Have you guys ever known anybody or saw somebody on social media, read about somebody in the news or whatever, or knew them personally, like I said, who was always making excuses for the bad people in their life because they believed that things were going to change? You know what I'm talking about? The wife that gets knocked around. It was my fault. He doesn't mean it. The parent who, you know, and the kid thinking that, if I just do this different, it's going to change. If I just do this different, it's going to change. I'm trying to find the right words to frame this. I should have been a little bit more prepared before I hit record, but regardless, everything that Donald Trump touches dies. Everything. If it's a business venture, if it's a charitable venture, if it's a business relationship, it doesn't matter what it is. Eventually it erodes and it dies. It rots. And he has left a wake of people behind him whose lives he has ruined. And the people he's got around him now in his cabinet, they all seem to think that they're going to be the one that makes it. They're going to be the one that survives this whole thing. I'm going to hitch my wagon to Trump because I need to do something politically in a post-Trump world, and I don't want any of the Trumpers pissed off at me. And I know he has destroyed all of these lives, but I'm going to be different. I'm going to be the one that comes out of this unscathed. Listen to them talk about this here.
He has screwed over every single person who ever did any work for him at all levels. Nobody escapes. And so they all think they're the exception. They're all completely and totally expendable. And I don't understand why it is this sense that they will be the exception and that it's worth it for them to give up the essence, any goodness that is in there. I don't understand it except for craven power.
Bingo.
I don't.
I mean, I know a lot of the people around him. I know Susie Wiles and Marco Rubio and a lot of these people. And a lot of them are playing the long game. They're like, I want to run for president. I want to run for Senate. I want to be this. I want to be that. And I can't have him pissed off at me. But, at some point the country's going to turn. And I think it's turning now.
I do too.
Where the sense of the corruption and the cruelty and the conspiracy stuff and protecting the worst person in the world.
Yes.
They all think they're going to be the one that survives this insanity. They're going to be the outlier. They're going to be the one person that Donald Trump never turns on. He turned on his entire cabinet the last time around. Every single person he ever fucking hired, he has gone back, for the first cabinet, he has gone back and talked about what a piece of shit they were. From his attorney generals to his advisors, to his defense secretary, to his secretary of state, all of them. Every last fucking one. His vice president. They tried to kill his vice president, and he was unfazed because he wouldn't break the law for Donnie. And all of the Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, Susie Wiles, all of them across the board, they all think that they're going to be the one. And none of them are going to be the one because Trump turns on everybody eventually. Everybody. Doesn't matter who you are. Because Trump only gives a shit about one thing. Trump. Self-preservation and self-enrichment. And if you don't provide either of those to him, he doesn't have a use for you. And eventually, as his power wanes, unless he just has a heart attack and drops dead while in office, as his power wanes over the course of the next 2 years, and we get closer and closer and closer to the next presidential election, and the realization truly sets in back here, no matter what he says in public, that realization sets in back here that he can never be president again. He is going to take everybody down with him. All of these people are going to get thrown under the bus, and every one of them think that they're going to be the one that is going to hold the mantle of Trumpism going into the future. They're all fucked. By the way, did you hear that fucking Blue Jay back there? Yeah. Now that we're back to having windows open, here we go again.